Good day, grade 8 students. It's me again, Mam-Gen, and we are now in quarter 3, week 4 of Mathematics 8. So last time in quarter 3, we define what are the congruent triangles. Okay, ano ba ibig sabihin ng congruence? Pag sinabi natin congruence, this is a term in geometry wherein we have a same shape and same size. Okay. We also have the corresponding sides and the corresponding angles. Sinabi natin corresponding angles, these are the angles with the same spots of the uh, two different vertex na parehas ng shape. Okay? Pag kung corresponding sides naman, same spots ng sides na nasa magkaibang shape, dalawang magkaibang shape. Yan. Okay. So now we are in illustration of triangle congruence. So we have 4 triangle congruence. We have the triple S congruence theorem or side, side, side. We have the SAS congruence theorem. We have angle, side, angle congruence theorem. And we have angle, angle, side or SAA. It would be AAS or SAA. Pareho lang yun. Kaya tingnan natin kung ano yung naisulat ko dito. I think it's SAA. Ayun. AAS. We have the AAS congruence theorem. Okay, so our goal is just to illustrate. Hindi pa natin siya ipoprove. We're going to illustrate pa lang naman. Okay, so let us go back to the first theorem. Oops. Okay, so we have now the SSS congruence theorem or side, side, side. Okay. Yan. So mag-highlight tayo. So this theorem says that if three sides of one triangle are congruent to the 3 sides of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Yeah. So that is side, side, side congruence theorem. So lagyan natin ng label. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, and this is A. So let us identify the corresponding angles. So angle A corresponds to angle E. Angle B, dapat same positions, angle D. And angle C corresponds to angle F. So F po ito. Yan. For corresponding sides, we have AB corresponds to DE. What else? AC corresponds to EF. So BC corresponds to DF. Okay. So as you can see, our corresponding sides here are also congruent. Ano yon? This one, AB and DE. Kasi para sila ng number ng tick, isa lang. So here, AB is congruent to DE. We have side AC is congruent to side EF. And we have side BC is congruent to side DF. Okay, so how are we going to illustrate these two triangles with measures? Okay. So pag may sukat siya, let's say, yan pala tayong color. Hindi, meron pala dyan. Let's say ito ay 5 cm rather. And this is now 5 cm. If this is 6 cm, this one is also 6 cm. If this is 8 cm, this is also 8 cm. Why is that so? Kasi yung number of ticks nila, di ba? Ito, isa-isa. So, ibig sabihin, sila po yung pantay. So, yung ticks po, ginagamit lang kapag hindi mo na gustong ipakita yung sukat. Yan. Kumbaga, ito yung this ticks implies that these corresponding sides are congruent, these corresponding angles are congruent. So, pagka sa formal na proving, wala na tayong mga sukat, hindi na nakalagay yung sukat. Kumbaga yung ticks ang magsasabi sa iyo na they are congruent kasi parehas ng number of ticks. Okay, so that's how we illustrate the side or the triple S congruence theorem. Okay, so three sides are congruent. Now, let us proceed to the second one. Wait. Okay, so the second one is the SAS congruence theorem. SAS means side angle side. So for SAS congruence theorem, we have if the two sides and an included angle of one triangle are congruent to the two sides of an included angle of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. So this is the illustration of SAS. So let's name them ABC, ABC, DEF. Okay. Now we have here the word included angle. When we said included angle, this is the angle in between two consecutive sides. Ito pala. meron pala akong note dito. It is an angle in between the two consecutive sides. So let's say side AB and side BC. Si side AB ito at si side BC, ang included angle ay si angle B. This one, si side DE at si side EF, ang included angle ay si angle E. That's included angle, yung nasa pagitan ng dalawang magkasunod na sides. Okay. So AB, sige, i-note nga natin dito. AB, wait lang. Angle B pala, sorry, it's angle B. Angle B is an included angle of AB and BC. Yan. Then angle E is an included angle IA. Yan, IA. Included angle of DE. Malit kasi ang space ko of DE and EF. Okay. So that's included angle. So here, what are the two sides na congruent sa atin? So the arrangement ng congruent parts neto is dapat side angle side. Yung kanina kasi tatlong sides eh. This one, S, S, and S. So for this one, side angle side din yung arrangement. So it should be AB is congruent to DE, and we have angle B is congruent to angle E. Then we have BC is congruent to EF. That's it. So this is now side, angle, and side. Palit nga tayo ng color. Let's change the color. Burahin muna natin ito. Ayan. So we have side, angle and side. Yan. So this is the SAS congruence theorem. Ito yung arrangement ng congruency niya. Yung isa triple S, yung ito SAS. Okay. Now let's have the third one. Angle side angle. For angle side angle, it says that if two angles and an included side of one triangle are congruent to the two angles and an included side of one triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. So kanina we have the included angle, now we have the included side. When we say included side, this is a side in between the two consecutive angles. So let us name this A, B, C, D. Wait. Ito yung D pala. D, E, F. Okay. Wait lang. Wait lang, burahin natin ang pangit. Let me erase this one. So this is F. Okay. Now, tingnan muna natin sa included side. So, anong included side natin here? Si AB ay included side ni angle A and angle B. So, we have here AB is an included side of angle A and angle B. On the other hand, DE, sa kabila naman, we have DE. DE is an included side of angle D and angle E. Angle E. Okay. Sige. So, what will be the arrangements of this proof? Na angle side angle. So, we have here, dapat pala ito ay dalawa. Yan. Para sila yung congruent. Tapos, angle A and angle B. Yan, isa lang. So, pag angle naman, single curve. Okay, pag pangalawang pair siya na congruent, pag second pair ng congruent siya, dalawang curve na magkapatong. Ito, katulad nito, first pair ng congruent, single curve. Ito, dalawang curve na to. Kasi second pair of congruent. Yan. So, the arrangement is angle side angle. So, we have angle A is congruent to angle D. Ano pa? AB is congruent to DE. What else? And BC. Hindi pala BC. Angle B. Angle B is congruent to angle E. Notice that at the same time, angle A corresponds to angle D. What else? AB corresponds to DE. What else? Angle B corresponds to angle E. Okay. Yan. So, napansin nyo, yung mga congruent parts natin at the same time, they are also corresponding. So, let us check the arrangement nung proof natin. Arrangement ng congruent parts pala, sorry. So, angle, palitan natin ng red to. So, we have angle, side angle. That's why it is called as angle ASA congruence theorem, because the arrangement is angle, side, and angle. Okay, so I just wanna go back here sa side angle side. Hindi ko pala naipakita yung sukat. So let's say this is 5 cm. This is also 5 cm. And if it is 8 cm, this is also 8 cm. So if this is 50 degrees, this is also 50 degrees. So that's how we illustrate side angle side kapag merong sukat. Okay, sa number 3 naman, we have, if we have 5 cm here, this is also 5 cm. If angle B is 50 degrees, this is also 50 degrees. Okay. Then if it is 60, if this is 60 degrees, this is also 60 degrees. Yan. So that is angle side angle kapag mayroong sukat. Okay, so balikan natin yung first three. Tingnan natin, let us check kung corresponding din siya. Kasi sa isa ginawa ko. Tingnan natin yung mga corresponding parts. Purong ko palang konti. Sorry. Okay, let us check kung yung mga congruent parts natin ay corresponding. So let's say AB to DE. So AB corresponds to DE. We have BC. Hindi, AC muna pala. Dapat naka-arrange. We have AC corresponds to EF. And we have BC corresponds to DF. Okay, so notice that our congruent parts are also corresponding to each other. So here, in the second one, we have AB corresponds to what? This AB corresponds to DE also. What else? Angle B to angle E. Ito, angle B. Angle B corresponds to angle E. And BC corresponds to EF. Okay, if you remember, last time in week 3, we have two conditions para masabi na congruent ang triangles. Every pair of corresponding sides are congruent and every pair of corresponding angles are congruent. So, pasok siya sa congruency. Right? Next, let's have the third one. Yan. So, we have angle A. Wait. Na-check na pala natin to. Itong pangatlo. So, let's have the last one. Okay. So we have the last one, angle side, or it could be also called as SAA, congruence theorem. SAA or AAS, pareho lang yan. Okay, so what can we say about this theorem? So AAS, congruence theorem, states that if the two angles and its consecutive side of one triangle are congruent to the two angles and its consecutive side of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Sorry, that's R. Are congruent. Yeah, let me check. This is R. Are congruent. If the two angles and its consecutive side of one triangle are congruent to the two angles and its consecutive side of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. So, lagyan natin ang name. So, we have here A, B, C, D, E, F. So, we have here, for angle, For the second pair, dapat dalawang curve. Yan. So, nagdagdag lang ako ng isang curve. So, we have angle A is congruent to angle B. This one. And angle B is congruent to angle E. And we have BC is, wait lang, hindi maayos. BC is congruent to EF. Yan. So this is what? Angle, inside. Okay, so lagyan natin ng measure. So let's say this is 60. If this is 60, this is 60. If this is 50, this is 50. So if this is 4, this will be 4. Tama? Yan. So that's how we illustrate AAS congruence theorem kapag mayroong measure. Now, let us check dun sa dalawang conditions kung mamimit niya na dapat every pair of corresponding angles are congruent and every pair of corresponding sides are congruent. So, tingnan natin, A and D. So, angle A corresponds to angle D. So, i-check nyo kung parehas sila ng pwesto. So, tama naman. Angle B corresponds to angle E. So, parehas ng pwesto. Then, we have BC corresponds to what? Anong kapareho niya ng pwesto? BC corresponds to EF. Right? And at the same time, they are also congruent. So, therefore, these two triangles ABC and DEF are congruent. Okay. So, this is a short video lesson. Kasi i-illustrate lang naman natin, wala pa tayo masyado sa proving. Kaya yun lang yung ginawa natin ngayon. Okay, so if you have any question about this video session, you may put it in the comment section. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.